Stop waiting for permission. Why Black women are building empires with a social security number and a group chat. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Soft Girl Era, the sacred space where strong Black women unlearn survival, rediscover softness, and reclaim the joy, rest, and freedom they deserve without guilt, without apology, and without explanation. I'm your host, LeAnne Dolce, pronounced Dole, say like sweet softness whispered in French. I'm your guide from burnout to boundaries, from doing to being, from strong to soft, and loving every second of it. Today, I had the extraordinary privilege of sitting down with Tara Palmore, a visionary who is reshaping the landscape of economic empowerment for Black women across the globe. Tara Palmore is not just an advocate, she is a catalyst for transformation, a voice for the overlooked, and a bridge builder for women who have been told to wait their turn, to work harder, to prove themselves one more time. Through her work, Tara is making the world a better place by dismantling the barriers that keep Black women from stepping into their full economic power. And what she shared with me, what I'm about to share with you today, will challenge everything you thought you knew about starting a business, about what it takes to become an entrepreneur, and about the very nature of economic freedom itself. Let me ask you something. How many of you have ever thought about starting your own business? Maybe you've dreamed about it late at night, scrolled through Instagram, looking at other women who seem to have it all figured out, or whispered to yourself in the mirror, one day I'm going to do my own thing. But then the doubts creep in. You think, I don't have enough money. I don't have a business plan. I don't have investors. I don't even know where to start. So you stay put. You keep sending out resumes. You keep waiting for someone else to give you permission to thrive. Here's what Tara Palmore taught me. And here's what I want you to hear loud and clear today. You don't need massive funding. You don't need a complex business structure. You don't need a venture capitalist to believe in you before you believe in yourself. What you need is a social security number, a local DBA, and the courage to start small right now with the people who already know you, trust you, and love you. Let me say that again, because this is the counterintuitive truth that will set you free. The real game changer in entrepreneurship for Black women is not waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. It's starting small with the sole proprietorship, leveraging your existing networks, your sorors, your group chats, your church family, your cousins, and turning systemic job market exclusion into immediate agency and revenue. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. LeAnne, that sounds too simple. That can't be real. But let me tell you why it is real and why it matters more now than ever before. In late 2025, unemployment rates for Black women spiked from 6.7% to 7.5%. Let that sink in. While the rest of the economy was recovering, Black women were being pushed further to the margins. Layoffs, hiring freezes, and the quiet exclusion that happens behind closed boardroom doors left thousands of highly educated, highly capable Black women without a seat at the table. But here's the twist, that exclusion, that rejection, that systemic push out became the catalyst for a revolution. Over 12 million women owned businesses now generate $2.7 trillion in revenue. And Black women, the most educated demographic in the United States, are leading the charge. They are not waiting for corporate America to open the door. They are building their own doors, their own tables, their own empires. But let's be honest about what this really means. This isn't just about business. This is about survival transformed into sovereignty. This is about women who were told they weren't enough, deciding they were more than enough. This is about taking the pain of rejection and turning it into the power of creation. Tara Palmore shared with me three key insights that I want to break down for you today because these are not just ideas, these are action steps. These are lifelines These are the blueprint for reclaiming your economic power in a world that has systematically denied you access. First, reclaim agency through quick stars. Black women facing unemployment spikes can bypass corporate barriers by launching sole proprietorships fast, using personal skills and warm networks for initial sales. This proves that entrepreneurship is accessible without big capital. You don't need a loan, you don't need a pitch deck. You need a skill, a service, a product, and a phone. You text your sorors, you post in your group chat, you offer your service to your warm circle first. That's your soft launch. That's your proof of concept. That's your revenue day one. Think about what this means. For years, we've been told that entrepreneurship is for the privileged, for the well connected, for those with trust funds and safety nets. But what if I told you that your safety net is already there? It's in your phone, it's in your contacts. It's in the women who already trust you, who already believe in you, who are already waiting to support you. You don't need permission from a bank. You need permission from yourself. Second, diversify funding beyond sales. Bootstrapping with savings is common and it works, but there are programs designed specifically to help you scale. The Tony Elumelu Foundation's IYBA Wave 4, a program offers $5,000 in seed capital, training, and mentorship to scale green businesses, creating jobs and revenue in underserved sectors. This is not a loan, this is seed capital. This is support. This is a global network of women who are doing exactly what you want to do, and they are winning. Let me be clear about what this represents. This is not charity. This is investment. This is recognition. This is the world saying, we see you, we believe in you, and we are willing to put our money where our mouth is. And the deadline to apply is January 25th, 2026. That's not far away. That's not someday. That's now. Third, build sustained wealth via support ecosystems with Black women as the most educated demographic, combining soft launches, TF Connect access, and green sector focus turns exclusion into $4.2 billion in collective revenue and 1.5 million jobs. This is not just about you starting a business. This is about you joining a movement, a sisterhood, an ecosystem that is designed to help you thrive, not just survive. This is where the real magic happens. Because when you stop operating in isolation and start operating in community, everything changes. You're not just building a business, you're building a legacy. You're not just creating income, you're creating generational wealth. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, and you're bringing your sisters with you. Now let me tell you about three women who took these insights and turned them into transformation. These are real women, real stories, real impact. And I want you to listen closely because their stories could be your story. Meet Amina Mwangi from Kenya. Amina was a corporate employee with a degree in agronomy. She had the education, the experience, the expertise. But in 2025, she was laid off during the wave of job cuts that swept across East Africa. Unemployment was rising, opportunities were shrinking. Amina could have spiraled. She could have given up. She could have spent months sending out resumes to companies that would never call her back. But instead, she drew on her knowledge of sustainable agriculture and launched a business focused on eco friendly farming in Nairobi's urban markets. Amina faced limited access to finance and markets. She faced cultural barriers as a woman in agribusiness. In many communities, women are not taken seriously in agriculture. They're expected to support, not to lead. But Amina refused to accept that narrative. She applied to the IYBA We4A program, secured $5,000 in seed capital, completed green curriculum training, and used TF Connect mentorship to build supply chain links. She started small. She didn't wait for the perfect business plan. She didn't wait for $1 million investment. She sold to her sorority networks first. She reached out to women she knew, women who trusted her, women who wanted to support her. And from there, she expanded to ecotourism partnerships. Within months, Amina scaled her production 3 times. She created 15 jobs. She became a beacon of hope for over 50 women in Kenya's green economy. She boosted local food security and proved that starting small does not mean staying small. Amina's story is not just about agriculture, it's about audacity. It's about refusing to let a layoff define your future. It's about taking what you know and turning it into what you own. Then there's Fatma Hassan from Tanzania. Fatma was living through the same unemployment crisis that mirrored the 7.5% rate Black women were experiencing globally. She had no business training. She had no access to traditional funding. She had no mentor telling her she could do this, but she had vision. She launched a circular economy recycling firm in Dar es Salaam, focusing on green logistics. Fatma bootstrapped from personal savings after being laid off in 2025. She used her family networks for a soft launch. She didn't announce her business to the world. She announced it to the people who mattered most, the people who would show up for her. She applied to IYBA 4A, received $5,000 in funding, completed master classes on finance and resilience, and gained lifetime access to TEF Connect for investor pitches. Fatma generated $50,000 in revenue. She employed 20 women. She recycled 1,500 tons of waste annually. She secured follow up grants and she created 500 indirect jobs regionally. Fatma turned systemic exclusion into a thriving enterprise that advanced Africa's inclusive green economy. What Fatma did was not just build a business, she built a movement. She took waste, literal waste, and turned it into wealth. She took unemployment and turned it into employment for 20 other women. She took rejection and turned it into resilience. And finally, meet Ndella Diop from Senegal. Indela left corporate work after the 2025 unemployment surge. She was tired of waiting for someone else to validate her worth. She was tired of being overlooked, underpaid, and underestimated. She started with a DBA registration and warm circle sales. She built a renewable energy startup in Dakar, targeting solar logistics. Indela faced barriers to markets and mentorship in a male dominated energy sector. She was told she didn't belong. She was told she didn't have the experience. She was told to wait her turn. But Indela didn't wait. She secured seed capital, completed customized training, and participated in expert led expansion masterclasses. Indela achieved 4x growth. She created 25 direct jobs. She generated over $100,000 in revenue. And through the Tony Elumelu Foundation ecosystem, she became part of a movement that has catalyzed over 2 million Africans out of poverty, empowering women in the green transformation. Ndela's story is about defiance. It's about walking into spaces where you're not welcome and building your own space. It's about taking a male dominated industry and saying, watch me thrive here anyway. These women, Amina, Fatma, and Ndela, did not wait for permission. They did not wait for the perfect plan. They started small. They leveraged their networks. They applied for support and they built empires. Now, here's where this connects to you, to your soft girl era, to your journey from survival to softness, from grinding to grounding. Tara Palmore's insights are not just about entrepreneurship, they are about reclaiming your agency. They are about releasing the cape. They are about redefining strength. They are about protecting your peace as a practice. For too long, Black women have been told that strength means endurance, that power means silence, that success means sacrificing yourself on the altar of everyone else's expectations. But what if strength meant starting small? What if power meant saying no to systems that don't serve you and yes to opportunities that do. What if success meant building something that allows you to rest, to breathe, to be soft? Tara Palmore is teaching us that entrepreneurship is not just a business strategy. It is a healing strategy. It is a boundary. It is a way of saying, I will no longer wait for someone else to decide my worth. I will create my own value. I will build my own table. I will invite my sisters to sit with me. So here's where we are. You have a choice to make. You can keep waiting. You can keep hoping that the next resume you send will be the one that gets you the call back. You can keep believing that if you just work a little harder, prove yourself a little more, sacrifice a little longer, someone will finally see your value. Or you can stop waiting. You can register a sole proprietorship today. You can text your group chat and offer your service. You can apply to IYBA 4A by January 25th, 2026 at www.tefconnect.com and claim your $5,000. You can join a global network of women who are turning exclusion into empires, rejection into revenue, and survival into sovereignty. This is not just about money. This is about freedom. This is about legacy. This is about showing your daughters, your nieces, your sorors that we do not have to wait for permission to thrive. We can start now. We can start small. We can start soft. The world has spent centuries telling Black women to wait. Wait for equality. Wait for opportunity. Wait for justice. Wait for recognition. Wait for your turn. But what if your turn is right now? What if the only permission you need is the permission you give yourself? What if the empire you've been dreaming about is just one bold, soft, powerful step away? Stop waiting for corporate America to open the door. Build your own door. Stop waiting for someone to give you a seat at the table. Build your own table. Stop waiting for the world to see your value. Create your own value and watch the world show up to buy it. Your soft girl era is not about doing less. It's about doing what matters. It's about releasing what no longer serves you and embracing what sets you free. And entrepreneurship, the way Tara Palmore teaches it, is not just a path to income, it's a path to liberation. So I'm asking you today, what are you waiting for? The funding is there, the training is there, the network is there, the examples are there. Amina, Fatma, and Andela have shown you it's possible. Tara Palmore has given you the blueprint. Now it's your turn. Go register that DBA. Go text that group chat. Go apply for that funding. Go build that empire. Go reclaim your economic power. Go show the world what happens when Black women stop waiting for permission and start giving it to themselves. Your soft girl era is waiting. And it starts with one bold, soft, powerful decision: the decision to stop waiting, the decision to start now, the decision to build your own table, your own door, your own empire, and the decision to never, ever ask for permission again.